Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Brick Bus. Today, Mr. Asim is going to ask us questions, and we're just having a random discussion. So let's go for it.
My first question is, you always say, welcome to yet another episode.
Yes.
In the next episode, I would like to find out how many episodes have we actually made.
Okay.
We started this in 2012.
Correct.
And we have been doing Brick Bus since 2014.
Yes.
This is 9 years. So may I know in the next episode, how many episodes have we actually made?
I'll check and tell you. I'm not sure.
I'm sure you were not aware of that, right?
Yes, I have not counted.
That question you were not aware. Okay.
Maybe we'll ask Bernie from the back end.
Okay. The second thing is, how was your experience of this recent launch? Because there are a lot of launches going on. And the last one we attended was for, if you remember, Miras,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Madina Jumeirah living. What was your experience? How would you guide your clients? Because for me, now getting a unit in any of the launches is actually a task. Because a lot of investors are coming in, you may have the checks, you may have the confirmed approval by the client.
Correct.
Still, are you able to get all the units? And if you are not able, what is the part that is lacking and how can you, as a real estate professional, overcome that?
So first of all, I would recommend to have a known person at the development who would always update you firstly that something new is about to launch before at least 1 week or as soon as they get the information.
But keep on visiting that.
Yeah, keep on visiting that and have a contact person there who would update you continuously.
I would suggest find a partner there who is not jumping ship every 3 to 4 months.
Exactly. So
I have my person.
A consistent person.
I have my person in Dubai Properties.
Yes.
And Vijendra has been there, extremely helpful.
Yes.
Not since 2014-15 I've been dealing with him.
Correct.
And very consistent, very focused, very on point. I'm just taking one developer right now.
Correct.
For MR, I have Naeem.
Correct.
And Naeem has been there consistent. I have no qualms in taking anybody's name because they have not been just
moving
people
from one
there.
place to another.
They have been our consistent partners.
Correct.
They have been people who have been diligent and consistent at developers' end, guiding us. The game starts at pre-launch.
Yes.
Now, you go, you find out something is coming next month, what that project is, where it is located, what's going to be the dynamics. Now, if your developer's contact person is savvy enough to understand all this, translate it to you, because you need time to communicate to your clients as well. How much time do you, I think 5 to 7 days you will require to reach out to all your investor base.
Correct.
And talk to them.
So firstly, it's like basically very important to understand what they're going to launch, how much, what is the price range, where is it located, like you just said.
What's the value proposition?
Yes, exactly.
Why
and then
specifically that project?
Study that project so that when you're going to pitch
reach out
to your client, you know exactly, you have this client base that has always been or have told you that, I'm looking out for this property.
You have that in the back of your mind.
Exactly. So you can immediately reach out to them and ask them for
if this specific product is suitable
exactly.
for this.
And then
person.
at that time, at the pre-launch, you get approximate pricing. You know what kind of views they might be. You have a knowledge of that. You tell them, okay, this is going to launch. This would have the view, this kind of pricing. And then once you take that booking amount from them, even before the launch, you have the pre-launch.
I think now the launch, the game is already over.
Exactly.
If you're waiting
There are
for
no good
the
units
project
in
to
there.
launch,
No.
you already lost the battle. Even pre-launch,
There are a lot of units gone.
there
in
are
there
a
as
lot
well.
of units who have already been distributed or taken by the bulk buyers.
Correct.
So if you have a bulk buyer, perfectly fine. But if you have an individual buyer, you have to have your foot in the door by pre-launch or pre-launch, I would say. Before that project is even, the date has been decided, okay, it's going to be launched on the 19th of this month. I need to have all the checks today.
Correct.
And we're talking about 3rd or 4th. So you need at least 12 to 15 days in advance. And you have to prepare, and you have to prepare, I think, 30 days if I would. Do you think 30 days is a good enough time?
I think a little bit lesser because
No, you have
anyways,
to
we
reach out to
the-
people.
yeah,
You have to take you have to take all the notes from the developer's office. You have to make a mental picture. You have to get on board that project because you are going to convince somebody.
correct.
So you need to have a very clear mental picture that what that project is going to entail, what's going to be the USP, how am I supposed to pitch that project to somebody.
Correct.
And then that's a whole different discussion of the different types of investors. And I mean, if you go into that, we will cover that topic, the front brain, the back brain, the left brain, the right brain, and the combination of these, and the combination pertains to different types of investors. So we'll have a different discussion we'll have a separate discussion on that someday. But as of now, you know that I would say still 30 days, Angela, because 30 days I will require to know about that project, decipher that project,
Correct. That's true.
understand it, reach out to my client base, convince them, have the checks ready, have the documentation ready.
It's very important, yes.
Documentation.
If one thing is missing, you can't even book a unit sometimes.
Exactly.
Yes, that's true.
And then what amounts are to be transferred, at what time,
Correct.
what needs to be done, the checks, the pay orders, the developers, now the structured developers have even the online payment systems.
Correct. Yes.
It's very structured. But what time frame do you have? Because remember, you're not the only person who's gunning for that project.
Correct.
You're not the only real estate person who had the fortitude and who had the foresight of saying, okay, now it's going to be 15 days and I need to. Because if, for example, Aldar, they launched a project,
Yes.
everything is finished.
Correct.
We visited their office. There were a lot of still real estate professionals there, and they were asking, okay, what about the units? The units, everything is gone.
There was a
We have
problem
the
in the
checks,
system.
we
they
have
couldn't
this,
book. Yes.
we have this. Okay, but you're late. So you need to understand that the perfect time frame. Because, for example, if I reach out to my investor and say, oh, I'm sorry, because I was late, you missed out on this opportunity. 1 month down, okay, I'm sorry, I was late, you missed out on that opportunity as well.
And nowadays, investors also get information through emails, through other mediums as well, and then they come up to
Inquire about it.
Yeah, they can.
And if you don't have your
yes, they will definitely avoid
if
it.
your eyes are not on the ball,
exactly.
if you have let it go,
They will definitely.
then
be very
that's the
upset.
problem.
Yes, that's true.
Angela, you in this industry, you have to be focused and you have to be on point.
Yes, on top of your game, and know about all the
if you do
developers.
not bring, like I said before, if you do not bring your A game every day,
Yes,
you're gone. You're history.
correct.
Because there are other people who are hungry, who are there to readily to take the piece of pie that you have in front of you.
That's true.
You want to secure that piece, be on top of your game always.
I agree.
So 1 month,
Yes.
do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
And that's what we saw in, thankfully, the people we know, the consistent relationship that we have developed
Yes.
has ensured that we get those units.
Yes.
That's why I tell people, listen, you can go to the developer office directly.
Yes.
You want to buy something, you don't want to come to me, no problem. You want to go to the developer's office directly, your call. Go for it. Let me know if you get the best possible unit. I'm not saying that you will not be able to. I'm saying there are chances that you will not be able to. I'm not mincing my words here. The chances you will be, the chances you will not be. Going with us, your chances are here.
Yes.
Without us, your chances are here.
I agree.
Very categorically. Here, here. With us here, without us, they're here.
Correct.
Right?
I agree. Any other question?
No. I think that clarifies everything for now.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next episode.